Tape marker. Not gonna let's get right to it. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
And I'm Angela, that Kelly.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. We talk movie reviews, and if you have not already, like, share, subscribe, hit that subscribe notification, get notified for our movie reviews in this case, or trailer reactions that we have happening and whatnot. And so this is at the Movie Talk Studio where we talk everything movies related. And I'll be honest here, this is a movie, Knock at the Cabin, is directed by M. Night Shyamalan. What is your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie? First and foremost, before we get to this review, what's your favorite one?
I don't know. The Happening is pretty good.
The Happening, right? Okay, yeah. So
I know there's others, but that's the one that just comes to mind right now.
One that I really do admire for the most part, like that really traumatized me as a kid, will always be Signs. It's Joaquin Phoenix, Mel Gibson.
That one. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
The walk where like
it comes out of
that
will forever
that scared me.
That will forever traumatize me. Was when you first see it come out of the whatever, and it's just like pause. I agree with you. That was a good movie, but I haven't seen it, and I'm kind of a little afraid to
watch it at night. We should rewatch it tonight. We're gonna rewatch it tonight. It's night out. We're gonna rewatch it and just freak out a little bit together. That's what.
And I know they show the alien later, but nothing freaks me out like that scene.
Exactly.
So,
it tripped me up.
I totally forgot about
Signs.
That
I know Signs, The Village, The Happening. For me, it'll always be Signs, just because I'm always interested in the extraterrestrial and all that good stuff. So I mean, M. Night Shyamalan, he's a director and writer, producer that has really gone above and beyond when it comes down to like marketing, when it comes down to the whole concept of his film. And something you actually brought light to, Angela, what do you want to mention here right before we dissect this review? This movie was actually originally a book that you looked up. And so I know you mentioned, go ahead and mention, I guess, a little bit. You don't have to mention spoilers, of course. We're not mentioning any spoilers whatsoever. But you said it is a little bit different than the movie, right? A little bit?
Yeah. So I think I had seen somewhere where it was based upon a book. So I kind of knew going in that was the case. This was an adaptation by M. Night Shyamalan about this book. I knew nothing about the book, haven't read it. So I kind of Googled shortly after we saw the movie, like a quick synopsis of the book, just to compare, and it is interesting, the takes, because the movie is going to be different than what the book is. Like the whole second half is just different, and it's interesting the choices that M. Night Shyamalan made in this movie, in this adaptation. I know it's an adaptation; it's not going to be like 100% book, like page by page.
Yeah, of course.
But it's interesting the choices he made and the overall concept of the film, like how it added to it. And I think that's really interesting because he does very well with themes.
Yeah, of course.
And so I really liked the takeaway from this. What happened and how it ended versus the book.
So I mean, Knock at the Cabin, tells of a story where while vacationing, a girl and her parents are taken by hostage by same-sex two dads, hostage by armed strangers who demand that the family make a choice to avert the apocalypse. I didn't expect to, because again, I went in with mediocre. I was just hopefully it's not terrible. I didn't go in hopefully it's a good movie. I just went in going hope it's not a terrible movie. Yeah. So after watching this movie, though, over my overall experience of this movie, I was surprised. I was. Yeah. It was good. I thought it was really good. It was pleasant.
I liked the cast. So I know we have the hard hitter Dave Bautista. He's popular coming off of Guardians.
The gentleman that sings my favorite song that Angela got me to listen to. We watched Hamilton when it first came on Disney Plus. Because I'd never seen Hamilton, I never saw the show, I never went to the Broadway, never saw that.
I never did either. I never did. Yeah, so we watched it on Disney, loved it. Yeah. And we love Jonathan Groff.
Jonathan Groff, You'll Be Back is just one of my... I listened to that song because I just love the music, I love the drums, I love his voice in it, and he does not disappoint when it comes to his superb voice, superb ongoing, even with Frozen 2, Frozen 1, he's a huge talent. He really is, this guy. And it's the same guy that's in Mindhunters. I'm all like, dude, it's crazy.
He's such a versatile actor. I love him. And then we also see like another familiar face, Rupert Grint from Ron Weasley.
Yeah, Ron Weasley. M. Night Shyamalan does make an appearance in this movie, which I was like, that's him.
Random.
It's weird. It's a weird way. It's a weird, funny way. And then of course the pleasantly surprised acting that I really was like, oh man, this is good. We did get a little bit of it in Knives Out 2. Dave Bautista comes in here playing a different character than we saw him in Knives Out the last.
Yeah, he's starting to kind of get out there a little bit. Yeah. Apart from his Guardians of the Galaxy role, which I like.
That's the thing though. So Dave Bautista said this in an interview a few months back. I forgot. I don't know. It was like last year, and he said he's all like, I'm done playing Drax. I want to play more serious roles, more acting chop roles. And I kind of get that because it's like when you play the same character, it's like, it just kind of...
You don't want to be in that mold. Like,
he's collecting the millions of dollars, but it's just,
you could argue the same with Rupert Grint. Like, I know he wants to be known as more than Ron Weasley.
Yeah, he has that...
And he's starting to do a little bit more roles outside that. And I liked it. I really enjoyed his character and what he brought, his performance in this film. So I think the cast did spectacular. Yeah. And it's such an interesting concept because you have themes of, like, higher power and, like, belief and faith. And it ties to like the end of the world, the apocalypse that's coming. And it's it's like a thriller because you really don't know what to believe. Yeah. You really don't. And I really like how that theme kind of plays throughout the film.
Yeah, I mean, same here too. This movie, the way the plot actually thickens, I actually enjoyed it. I really did. It was a very weird freaking movie. It really was. It's very different. It's very original in its own right. Again, this is coming from a novel, right? So the original, I thought it was an OG idea by M. Night Shyamalan, but it's not. It's actually an adaptation of a book. But even so, though, I think it has its own original because it's different from the ending that we get in the book. Obviously, it's different. Or he kind of went into his moment of creativity and changed the ending to its own degree. And I think, looking at the spark notes of the book of the adaptation, I was just like, I like this ending better than the book one. But again, that's just my take. Again, it just takes a nod at different stuff. But I mean, regardless,
I think it ties into the theme a little bit. Whatever theme he was trying to put out there, his own message of this film, the way he chose to end it ties more into that than the book.
Of course.
So I really like that, and I really like the performance and what ended, because you really don't know what choice is going to be made, because I really had my own like, oh, this is how it's going to end. I can already see it, and it didn't end that way.
Yeah, definitely. And you get kind of surprised, and it really do, because I didn't know what to expect. I went into this movie once again because just going off like, oh, hope it's not terrible, but at the same time though, it wasn't predictable for me. It wasn't.
Which I liked, because it's, and I feel like as like a thriller, it should be that way, because it keeps you at the edge of your seat. Like you don't want to have that same like, oh, this is the same formula I've seen. Yeah, it's like this is how it's gonna go. Yeah, it's a mystery thriller.
You don't know what's gonna happen unless you read the book, obviously. But for the most part, even if you read the book
is different.
Yeah.
So I like that too. Yeah. Like that he took his own take on it. I know it's an adaptation, but he did take his own take on it. He had the same characters in there in the movie. But the way it transpired and the overall ending, it is different, and I liked his take on it.
Definitely, guys. So was this fun that we deserve? I'm gonna say yes. Yeah. Now, rating 1 out of 10. Tell me the highest answer. We're gonna give this rating because I'm actually kind of curious to see where you're gonna put it.
I'll give it a solid 7 because I really enjoyed the cast, the theme, it's like about faith and questioning faith, and
of course,
higher forces and everything. I like stuff like that. So I really enjoyed the performances from everyone and the message and stuff. So
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, that's the thing too, is that I'm gonna have to give it a solid 6. I'm gonna go a little bit lower than you because it surprised me. I would say like the movies like The Village, it's those peculiar out of reach movies that are just out there. But again, at the same time though, the performance of Joaquin Phoenix really kept me going. In this movie, it was Jonathan Groff, of course, was just amazing.
Love him.
I love his very emotional side that we get to see on the camera with this. And it feels so genuine. It feels so real. I like how they really in tune with each other, him and his husband.
Yeah, Ben Aldridge. Yeah. So I think they both
good chemistry. They really
did. Funny because like their characters are like polar opposites.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. Like they did such a good job in their roles, and I
I kind of feel like they really act just like a regular married couple.
Well, like because they resembled a lot of like us.
Yeah, like a regular male female. It just but that we're gonna get to that degree. But it comes down to where it was really good. Ben Aldridge did a really good job chemistry with Jonathan. I thought that was really good. Even from the daughter we got from really good chemistry with her.
When she amazing chemistry with the dads. Mm-hmm. The whole cast, and
it was good. I liked it. I had fun. It really was an experience. It really was definitely a different. Even the opening scene we got of Dave Bautista was really good. I thought that was really genuine. I thought we get a little bit more grounded take of him, and I feel like Dave Bautista really enjoys doing stuff like this versus doing Drax because he always talks about it. I'm all like, I'm tired of doing this character. Granted, his character that he always wanted to play was Bane. He always wanted to play Bane, he
has the build for it.
But he did say he's done. He's at that age to where he realizes he's like, I'm at that age to where I can't be that character because I can't be the full potential that I want to be, and I appreciate that because it's like I respect that because he wants to be. If he's gonna sign on to play Bane, he knows he has to be that quality builtness to carry that.
And don't get me wrong, he's still like huge
dude. He's a huge dude in this one,
person. Super menacing. He looks like super standoffish.
He looks like my cousin Richard when he has short hair. I don't know why he just does.
Yeah, he does look like
He does look like my cousin Richard. I was just like, dude, I just kept seeing it over and over. But yeah, solid 6 out of this. We do recommend this movie, guys, at a theater near you. Be sure to check this out. Knock at the Cabin, guys, and we do recommend this movie. An M. Night Shyamalan film. It's not a terrible movie. It's not. As much as everyone likes to talk crap about M. Night Shyamalan, this isn't as bad as what his other films
I think the things with that is, for me, some of his films are hit or miss.
Yeah.
So some of them are pretty good, and some of them are not so good.
Not so good, yeah.
So I think it's just the inconsistency for me.
Yeah.
Sure. So that's why I was a little hesitant to go into this because I was like, where on that spectrum is it gonna fall?
Even The Happening, I was very interested because I like Mark Wahlberg in there, and so it really gave us a little bit of a different take. I like that concept of like it's a gas. Oh, it's a terrorist attack. Oh, it's not a terrorist attack. It's the plants. It's the plants fighting back, and I just enjoy the mystery behind it all. I really do. I'll be honest. I enjoy the mystery, and I know you moviegoers do too as well. Excuse me, but hey guys, question is for you. What did you think of this movie? What did you think? What was your take down below? Let us know in the comments down below. What did you think of this movie review? And I'll go back and say an hour and 40 minutes was a solid runtime for this. If you would have gone 2 hours, too much. Too much.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, guys. Questions for you guys. What did you think of this movie? What did you think of this movie review? Did you agree with this? Do you dislike it? No, guys. You guys are crazy. Put in comments down below, guys. As always, I am your host, Ryan D. You can call me Ryan680.
Amanda, that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much, and have yourself a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stay safe, San Antonio. Catch you later. Peace.